Have you ever thought that the foods you have eaten safely all your life could actually become harmful as you grow older? It may sound odd, but some vegetables can turn surprisingly dangerous for elderly people, especially when they mix with aging health problems, medicines that thin the blood, or shifts in how our bodies manage clotting. In this video, we will carefully examine 5 vegetables that might silently increase the risk of clot development in the brain for older individuals. When consumed in improper quantities or mixed with certain health issues, these dangers frequently stay hidden because most people believe vegetables can never cause harm. However, for numerous seniors, this belief is incorrect. A few of these foods can mess with your medications, make your blood thicker, cause inflammation, or disturb blood flow without your awareness. So please watch until the finish, because knowing these warning signals could help you safeguard your heart, your brain, and your general health. What you discover today might alter how you think about your regular meals and give you the strength to make better decisions for your future. Now, let us begin. One vegetable that shocks many elderly individuals is spinach. Now, I understand what you may be wondering. Spinach has always been labeled a superfood, filled with vitamins, iron, and many beneficial things for the body. But here is the other part of the tale that many people in their 60s, 70s, and older simply do not learn enough about. Spinach contains extremely high amounts of vitamin K, and for numerous seniors, that can create problems. You understand, vitamin K is necessary for correct blood clotting. If you are young and well, your body maintains everything balanced. But as we grow older, particularly if we are handling heart problems, atrial fibrillation, or if we have experienced a stroke, we might be using medications like warfarin or other blood thinners. Here is where spinach suddenly turns into an unpredictable factor. Consuming lots of spinach can trigger large changes in vitamin K amounts, which may actually make it tougher for your medicine to function as planned. The outcome is your blood might turn to sticky, increasing the danger of clots that can move up to your brain and trigger a stroke. For instance, I once knew a man named George who at 74 was pleased with eating well and working out every morning. He never skipped his salads, always added a large handful of spinach, but what he did not understand was that his blood, the examinations kept returning all inconsistent, not because his medicine was incorrect, but because he did not know how spinach could create imbalance. It required a frightening moment and a discussion with his doctor before he finally grasped how one healthy practice could be risky without the proper knowledge. So, what is the message here? If you are using any type of blood thinner, you can still eat spinach, but steadiness is important. Do not suddenly consume a big portion after weeks of having none, and never begin or quit spinach-filled meals without speaking to your doctor or pharmacist. That stable, expected consumption is what assists your medicine to work safely, preventing your blood from shifting between too thick and too thin. Many individuals ignore how strong certain foods can be, particularly as we age. Spinach itself is not the bad guy. It is the manner it mixes with our aging bodies and our prescriptions that can create problems. It is a lesson that good health is not only about what you consume, but about how those foods match into the larger view of your wellness. Beets have earned quite the name for helping circulation and reducing blood pressure. But here is a surprise few seniors ever learn about. For some older individuals, particularly those already using strong blood pressure medications, beets can disturb the body's balance in ways that quietly raise the chance of clot development in the brain. First, let us discuss what makes beets both praised and dangerous. They contain high amounts of natural nitrates, which the body changes into nitric oxide. That typically means relaxed blood vessels and for many improved blood flow. But if you are already using medications like beta blockers, ACE inhibitors, or even store-bought vasodilators, eating lots of beets can surprisingly boost those effects. Your blood pressure might fall more than anticipated, creating dizziness or even passing out, particularly when you get up quickly. Now, what most individuals do not understand is that large shifts in blood pressure, particularly sudden drops, can actually tell the body to start protective actions, like making the blood temporarily more likely to clot to help guard vital organs. That is not everything. Beets are also filled with oxalates. For people with slower kidney operation, which, let us be truthful, is nearly everyone beyond a certain age, oxalates can accumulate and add to kidney stones. But even more worrying, high oxalate amounts can gently annoy blood vessel walls and make them slightly stickier, raising the danger of small clots that can move where they should not. For someone with a background of stroke or clotting problems, this is a concern worth noticing carefully. Take for example a friend of mine named Carol, now 80, who always liked a good beet salad with her lunch. After changing to a new blood pressure prescription, she began feeling tired and blamed it on just growing older. But when her doctor conducted some examinations, they discovered her blood pressure was falling too low at times, causing small hidden clots to develop during those periods. By simply changing her eating plan and medication schedule, fewer beet salads and more frequent checking, Carol fixed things and felt more stable and alert every day. So, what can we take from this? Beets are not harmful foods, but but their nutrients can work like medicine in the body, particularly for seniors with complicated health requirements. If you are using heart or blood pressure medicine, speak with your doctor before making beets a large part of your eating plan and look for new signs like dizziness or strange tiredness. Remember, every person is unique, and sometimes what helps one individual might be dangerous for someone else, particularly as we age. If you are still viewing this video and finding these details helpful, please write number 2 below to show me you are here. And if you have not subscribed yet, I suggest you subscribe and turn on the bell so you do not miss any videos. Your help allows us to keep making good material to educate and encourage you. Now, let us continue forward. Kale is one of those foods that appears to have become extremely popular in the last 20 years. From green drinks at the local cafe to health publications claiming it is the answer to long life, kale has turned into a sign of healthy eating for Americans of all ages. But if you are in your 60s, 70s, or 80s, there is a less talked about aspect to kale that most people never discover. One that needs a thoughtful second examination. If you want to maintain your brain and your heart protected, let us start with the fundamentals. Kale, much like spinach, is packed with vitamin K now. Vitamin K is crucial for ensuring our blood clots when we get a cut or a bruise. That seems like a positive thing, does it not? And for most of our years, it is. But when you arrive at a certain age, particularly if you are using blood thinners or handling heart and blood vessel conditions, that same vitamin K can quietly push your health off course. It does not occur overnight. Rather, it is the gradual day-after-day shifts, sudden rises in kale salads or green drinks that build a roller coaster for your medication's performance. Picture you are like my old friend Walter, age 77, who enjoyed preparing kale chips for his grandchildren every Sunday. What he did not realize was that the large bowl of crunchy greens he was offering could change the careful balance his doctor had tried so hard to keep with his medications. One month his blood examination revealed perfect numbers. The following month he was off balance. Not because of a medication change, but because his kale eating swung wildly from week to week. For seniors using warfarin or other blood thinners, those shifts can make your blood unpredictably thick or thin, which means the danger of a clot moving to your brain increases, sometimes without any alert at all. But kale's influence does not finish with just medication. This leafy green is also high in substances called goitrogens, which can impact your thyroid, particularly if you consume a lot of it uncooked. The thyroid is in charge of managing your metabolism and blood movement. When it is pushed out of balance, something that occurs more easily as we grow older, it can trigger a chain reaction in the body, affecting everything from your energy amounts to your heartbeat. An uneven heartbeat or slow metabolism may not seem connected to clots, but in the aging body, anything that disrupts your normal patterns can make clot development more probable, particularly in people who are already at greater danger. There is another element to this mystery. Many seniors learn about antioxidants and believe the more the better, but even healthy foods can cause problems when they are consumed in huge amounts without any sense of balance. Kale's antioxidants are strong, but they can mix with some prescription medications in unexpected ways, either increasing their effects or in unusual cases, stopping them. That means your good-intentioned effort to eat your greens could actually produce more danger than benefit. If you are not watching the larger view. So, what does this all mean? Kale is not the opponent. It is a fantastic food in the proper amount with the proper advice. But for seniors, particularly those managing several medications or health conditions, moderation and steadiness are your best friends. Never double or triple your greens suddenly, and always inform your healthcare provider if you are making large shifts to your eating plan. Particularly with foods high in vitamin K, your health is built on regular choices, many of them small, but all of them significant. Kale's tale is a reminder that even foods we have been informed are superior to be managed with wisdom and attention as we grow older. It is never about abandoning healthy foods completely, but about discovering the proper balance for your individual requirements. And as you develop the ability to pay attention to your body, and as you notice the way food, medicine, and age work together, you will be making one of the most significant steps toward remaining strong and protected for years ahead. When individuals discuss heart-healthy eating, asparagus almost always receives a gold star. It contains few calories, lots of fiber, and is filled with B vitamins and antioxidants. On the surface, it appears like a smart selection for anyone who desires to age well. But as we move into our 60s, 70s, and 80s, some hidden features of asparagus can actually trigger a series of reactions in our bodies, moving the balance toward blood clot danger in ways most individuals never anticipate. Let us explain why this is important. Asparagus is particularly high in vitamin K, much like spinach and kale. That means if you are using blood thinners, whether it is warfarin, apixaban, or another type, your regular asparagus routine can create problems with your medication plan. Now, This does not mean you must avoid asparagus completely. The actual danger arises from sudden shifts, eating very little for a period then suddenly making it the main part of every meal. Your body works best on steadiness, particularly when it involves foods that influence blood clotting. But most people are not aware of just how delicate that balance truly is in older age. A large increase in vitamin K consumption can cause unpredictable changes in how your blood clots, making your medication function too much or too little, and sometimes, sadly, it is the brain that suffers. But there is another aspect to asparagus that is seldom discussed. Asparagus holds a special group of natural substances called purines, which when processed produce uric acid. Now, for most people in their younger years, that is not a problem. Our kidneys manage it. But as we grow older, the kidneys work slower, and higher amounts of uric acid can quietly cause inflammation and raise the thickness of the blood. In the incorrect situation, particularly if you are already likely to clot or have experienced a mini stroke before, this small change can help move the balance toward dangerous clot development. Take the tale of a woman named Evelyn, 82, who took pride in her healthy meals. She adored asparagus, consumed it roasted, grilled, or even in soups. But she never understood that her new preference for asparagus-heavy meals, mixed with her blood thinner, caused unpredictable bruising and wild changes in her blood. Examination results. Her doctor clarified that it was not the asparagus alone, but the manner she was consuming it. Sometimes none for weeks, then suddenly a large amount. When she balanced her consumption and informed her doctor regularly, things settled and she felt stronger, safer, and more assured day to day. Another detail that is simple to miss is that asparagus is a powerful diuretic. This means it can make you urinate more, which seems harmless, but it can lead to slight dehydration, particularly if you are not drinking sufficient water. For seniors, dehydration thickens the blood and increases the danger for clots. Many older individuals overlook the warning indications, maybe a bit more tiredness, a dry mouth, or just feeling strange. These are gentle hints that your body's chemistry is changing, and in mixture with other danger factors, they can increase your chances of an unwanted occurrence. What is the main point? Asparagus, like all vegetables, has a spot at the table. But if you are handling your health in your later years, it is not about following trends or consuming superfoods in large quantities. It is about grasping how each food matches your particular requirements, medical conditions, and regular habits. Always talk with your doctor or pharmacist before making large shifts to your eating plan, particularly if you are using medications that influence your blood. And most importantly, pay attention to your body's signals. Even foods that appear healthy on the outside can have hidden impacts, and remaining informed is the answer to true wellness. If you are still viewing this video and finding these details helpful, please write number 4 below to show me you are here. And if you have not subscribed yet, I suggest you subscribe and turn on the bell so you do not miss any videos. Your help allows us to keep making good material to educate and encourage you. Now, let us continue forward. Brussels sprouts are one of those vegetables that individuals either adore or stay away from, but there is no questioning they become a preferred choice on many dinner tables, particularly during the holidays. For seniors who desire to do everything correct for their health, roasting a pan of Brussels sprouts can seem like a sensible choice. But here is something most people in their 60s, 70s, and 80s seldom learn. When it involves blood clots, Brussels sprouts deliver more impact than appears obvious. What is concealed in these small green balls? First and most importantly, Brussels sprouts are filled with, you guessed it, vitamin K. It is a continuing pattern, but for solid reason. For anyone using it, the constant rise and fall of vitamin K from your eating plan is one of the largest factors that can make your blood work unpredictable. If you are having Brussels sprouts occasionally and then suddenly begin eating them at every meal, your body might react with irregular clotting. This can make your blood examination results jump around, putting you at higher danger for clots that can move to the brain or on the opposite side. Dangerous bleeding. Seniors who grasp this connection have a valuable tool for guarding their health: steadiness, moderation, and clear communication with their healthcare team. But Brussels sprouts do not just affect clotting because of vitamin K. These vegetables are loaded with a variety of natural plant chemicals called glucose. When you consume them, your body processes these down into other substances that may have both guarding and dangerous impacts depending on your own health situation. For some older individuals, these processed products may trigger mild irritation of the stomach or add to gentle inflammation, which can affect how sticky or reactive the blood turns, particularly if you already have blood vessel problems or a background of mini strokes. Including large quantities of Brussels sprouts suddenly can quietly alter the way your body manages blood movement and clotting. Here is something most people do not understand. Brussels sprouts are frequently mixed with creamy sauces or high-sodium toppings during the holidays. While these additions make them more delicious, they also carry their own dangers. High sodium can raise blood pressure, and for seniors, sharp increases in blood pressure build the ideal conditions for blood clots to develop. especially if the arteries are already tightened by years of damage. Let me share about Harold, age 79, who always enjoyed Brussels sprouts with his holiday meals. A few years earlier, he began cooking them almost every week, sometimes even including extra bacon or cheese. He did not understand that the sodium, fat, and a regular amount of vitamin K were building up, moving the balance toward unpredictable blood examinations. One winter, after a dizzy moment, Harold's doctor revealed to him how his new practices, though intended for health, actually made his blood chemistry more complicated. By understanding to balance the portions, selecting healthier seasonings, and keeping his care team updated, Harold noticed genuine improvements. He felt more stable and his blood examinations smoothed out, providing him a fresh sense of confidence and command. And there is one more thing to think about. As we age, our digestive systems work slower. Foods that once moved through our bodies with no difficulty can begin to stay longer, creating gas, bloating, or discomfort. This might appear minor, but if you feel sick after eating, you might move less, drink less water, and accidentally build a set of situations that can raise clot danger. In summary, Brussels sprouts can be a useful part of a senior's eating plan when consumed wisely. The secret is not in staying away from these foods, but in grasping the effect of sudden shifts and how they work together with your medicines and your special body. Discuss with your doctor about your vegetable practices. Try for stable, expected consumption, and be careful of how you prepare your meals. It is these small regular choices that create the largest impact for your long-term health and peace of mind. As we finish today's video, I want you to take a quiet moment and think about these 5 vegetables and the hidden dangers they can create for seniors, particularly when it involves blood clotting and brain health. What stood out to you the most? Was there a tale or message here that made you reconsider something in your own kitchen or your regular routine? Maybe you noticed a bit of yourself in George, Carol, Walter, Evelyn, or Harold. Maybe you understand that even healthy foods require to be grasped in the setting of your own body and medications. The most significant message is this: growing older means noticing the details that never mattered in your youth. It means paying attention to your body, being truthful with your doctor, and making stable, informed decisions day in and day out. True confidence and self-improvement at this age arrive not from following every trend or consuming whatever someone else says is the newest but from grasping your special requirements and honoring the wisdom you have collected over the years. So do not be scared to ask questions. Make shifts slowly and speak up for yourself. The more you grasp about how your food, your medicine, and your lifestyle fit together, the more strength you have to build a safer, healthier future. This is not about fear. It is about knowledge, empowerment, and using every tool available to you to guard the life you have created. Thank you for joining us today. We would enjoy to learn from you. Leave a comment below and tell us one thing you discovered today and how you plan to apply it in your life. Your opinions are valuable to us, so do not hesitate to express them. Reading your comments provides us great motivation and encouragement. If you liked this video and found it useful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your help allows us to keep making good material to educate and encourage you.